Last exercise for the lower limb architecture is to be able to move laterally. Now, shuffling with your feet is a great way to catch flight lessons, especially with someone who's crashing into you. Someone that knows the strategy of shock engineering is going to blow you right off their feet, right off your feet. When you transition, think of yourself as sinking and almost like a slingshot laterally. We just worked on the slingshot exercise frontally. Think of this as laterally, where you're sinking down in order to remove this as a free leg. This becomes your supporting leg. If you heel strike, then it has to be a motor action on your opposite leg. Don't let your heel contact the ground. That's where you're storing and releasing from one leg to the next. This is a different type of lateral motion than kicking your feet together. This jeopardizes your individual mass center because it makes you into a lawn dart. Keep your body low. Remember, there is no such thing as footwork. There is no such thing as footwork. You move your entire body. So in order to move your feet, you have to move at least your hips, the center of your body when you're standing. So collapse down in order to move laterally. Hips precipitate the rest of your lower limbs moving. In the last exercise that we're going to do to prime your bioenergy, I want you to think of your muscle as an electrical system, because it is. It's innervated. When a muscle has a frequency, it contracts or extends, whatever message is being sent to it. However, residual electrical firing is what causes muscle pull or the lack of contractibility, the lack of irritability in your tensile strength. So this next exercise is truly a vibrational drill. It's to try and recalibrate so your muscles have one frequency, so you can have maximal relaxation and as a result have maximal tension. Now turn to the side when you do this. Try and loosen the joints. This is the basic exercise. Now when you see the complete exercise, it's probably going to startle you as much as it startled us when we were standing across the mats from Soviet wrestlers. Not only were they gargantuan, but they were smooth and they were doing strange exercises like the one you're about to see. But start with the shoulders and then allow your head and neck to incorporate. I'm not going to narrate through it. I'm going to do one complete exercise. Exhalation on the way down, inhalation on the way up. Each time you do it, you should be looking for a greater state of relaxation in the muscles. In order to have relaxation, you have to have stimulation. This is one way to cause it. Structural manipulation. To coalesce all of the exercises that you've worked on so far, think of this as the petri dish for you to experiment and culture the culmination of everything that you are currently at in your current state of performance. This is something you work on your own. Now, here's the difference between shadow sparring and solo soft work. In shadow sparring, you're visualizing opportunities to apply abilities. You're looking for openings to apply techniques. You're visualizing those in your mind. And I want you to do that with solo soft work. With solo soft work, you're working on feeling the seamless transition in your motion so that you have an integration of movement, breathing, and alignment. That's the focus here. There should be no outcome-oriented rehearsal in your visual state. It should be an experience. Be in your body when you do this. Just like you have to arrive at a fight with all of your performance available, you have to be in your personal practice in order for you to have a high quality of training. So begin however you want, begin as softly as you want, but think of combining all of the exercises alone. I'm not going to narrate so that I can be in my body when I do these exercises. Everybody has to. Priming your bioenergy is a system of looking at the focus of your personal practice. I can't emphasize enough that you need to recognize the necessity of daily personal practice. And it has to be oriented on non-technique focus. You have to look at the integration of your breathing, movement, and alignment. As you'll see in later parts of this series, you cannot step into the vortex and survive. You can't find your way into the eye of the storm unless you have integration of your movement, breathing, and alignment, because this is going to be critical for you to recover from making mistakes and from the unexpected when they happen. You'll see that the recovery process is pre-incorporated into your training. Pre-incorporated. You proactively prepare for mistakes and the unexpected. This is performance-oriented training versus precision. What we'll see when we move on to weaponizing your architecture is that pressure overrides precision. Performance prepares for pressure. So in your private practice, you need to emphasize a non-technique oriented training and integration of your breathing, movement, and alignment.